Scut Farkus.
Scut Farkus. What a rotten name. We were trapped. There he stood, between us and the alley. Scut Farkus staring out at us with his yellow eyes.
So Scut Farkus specifically is called out for yellow eyes in the movie A Christmas Story. What in the world is that all about? Well, I'm Quentin Schultze, author of the book You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, Life Lessons from the Movie A Christmas Story. And I got to know Jean Shepherd, the screenwriter. There were a lot of things that I wanted to know from his point of view. And one that really got to me was his whole business of Scut Farkus and his yellow eyes. Now, his name, Scut Farkus, is another thing, and there's another YouTube video here that you can watch to find out how Shepherd got that name, Scut Farkus. But here I'd like to talk with you about the yellow eyes. And this is what Shepherd used to call, he loved this word, a doozy. The real actor had green eyes. We're told that he has yellow eyes, but then if you look closely, every time you see the actor, he has green eyes. And so Shepherd clearly wanted something to happen here with the yellow eyes, and this is what it's all about. Shepherd wrote the whole story and conceived of the story, really, and started telling it in different versions when he was thinking about the Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States. The Cold War was a period where the relationships between the two countries were virtually non-existent. And there was great fear of nuclear war in particular. And with that was a lack of trust on both sides. Jean Shepherd himself in the 1950s and early 60s was really concerned about what would possibly happen with these new nuclear wars that were on the horizon. It seemed like, I remember as a kid growing up in Chicago, that we in school had to practice what to do if there was a warning about a potential tornado or even a nuclear war. And we were taught to hide under our seats and to stay away from windows and the like. And in a lot of homes, in fact, they built these shelters down in the basements to go into. So that's the context. And Jean Shepherd is thinking about all of this. And he's got these bullies as characters. And he believed that there will always be bullies among us. And that sometimes the bullies are up at the level of government. You can have these authoritarian leaders that are bullies. And so Shepherd, in writing about this and starting to tell his stories orally, is looking at this and he's looking at bullies and he's saying, I think I'm going to have a bully that represents the Soviet Union. Not the people of the Soviet Union, but authoritarian leaders coming out of that authoritarian society or that authoritarian government. And so he starts thinking about metaphors. And one that he comes up with is yellow eyes. First of all, the Russian cat. The Russian cat is born with bright yellow eyes. Now the eyes change color, but they're born with these remarkable yellow eyes. So there's Shepherd thinking about this, researching it. But that wasn't all. He took the whole yellow eye thing a step further because the pilots, the Soviet pilots, or let's say Russian pilots, often were called the yellow-eyed pilots because what they wore, these special glasses that they put on, were yellow. They had a yellow tint to them. So these were yellow goggles, essentially. So you had the Russian cat with yellow eyes, and you had the Russian or Soviet pilots with these yellow goggles. And he creates this character, Shepherd does, Scut Farkus, who has yellow eyes. I kid you not. He had yellow eyes, the older Ralphie says in the movie. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like a copy of my book, I'll put a link down below. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel there too. And please, if you'd like a personal copy while I still have them, if there's a link down below, you can order a copy and I will sign it. Your friends and family will open the book and see it's signed just for them. In fact, tell me how to sign it. Thanks so much.